Smile on my face, catch my set, the mood, the rest is true. Accepting you for the things in life you do. Pick and choose in the game to win, I lose. Only traveling the one way, that's up. People always say to me, give up. I never had enough in the belief where I can feel all the people feeling me. What I gotta say, what I gotta pray. Believing in living this life every single way. Got a bunch of game, but it's not a sweepstakes. Got a bunch of love versus money in the bank. Anything is possible when obstacle jump the highest obstacle. Unexpected audible or foxtrot, hopscotch. Place your feet in the right spot. Thoughts under keen like a belief in me. Just continue to buy. I believe in me. I believe in you. I believe in you. Living your
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Northeast Pennsylvania, a positive path to spiritual living. As always, my name is Richard Pacheco, and we are so glad for you to be here this Sunday as we continue into the last two chapters of our book, as we took a trip through the 12 powers, and we are now working on how to apply them in an overall sense of the practices. So we've done each one individually. We've taken it from a point of resilience and resistance, shown you how to move past it through each of our 12 powers, but now we're going to summarize it. And this week, Tanya will be talking about the rewards of disciplined spiritual practice. So I can't wait to hear her talk on this, as she actually taught a class on daily practices in her own business at asoulfulspace.com. If you haven't checked them out, as always, we love to support our brothers and sisters here in the ministry. With that being said, so grateful for you being here today. As always, if you haven't done so, go ahead and like the video wherever you are, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. Comment, let us know that you're here today. Share it out so that those that need to hear this message hear it. As well as, if you happen to be on YouTube, make sure not only do you subscribe to our channel, but also hit the little bell so you're notified anytime we go live on YouTube going forward. So, as I said, these are the last two chapters. We will let you know what's going on in the next, as we continue from this book on. And, you know, we're really enjoying this. I really enjoy going back to the basics and seeing the basics from each different perspective. As I always say, perspective is personal. And we've done Divine Audacity, which talked about the 12 powers. This was, we talked about resistance and resilience in this book. There are so many books on the 12 powers, and the beauty of it is that each book takes it from that author's perspective and practice. And as a martial arts teacher, as a trainer, you start to learn that every person becomes your teacher because of the fact that you have to explain differently or teach differently. You know, using a martial arts reference here, if I am defending or teaching you to defend, and the person I'm defending is smaller than I am and maybe very quick, I know that if I have to teach a defense or a movement, it's going to be done from a perspective of that person, as opposed to him facing me would have to be a different defense. And it's the same thing with, when we go through our practices, meditation. You go on YouTube, you can see millions and millions of meditations, different perspectives on it, what practice works for you. So that's what this book is all about. It's about, learning from the perspective of the author, how she saw it from a place of resistance to resilience and succeeding in the world that way. And next week's topic, again, great topic about identifying who we are and affirming the work that's ours to do. So with that, let's not take too much time as we go into prayer. So if you feel so moved, go ahead and close your eyes. Let's just take a deep breath, knowing that we are releasing the outer world and moving into the center of our being, that which we call the Christ consciousness, that which is always connected to that which has been known as God, Father, Spirit, Divine Inspiration, and any other title that sits well with you. And just breathe into that center space. And in the first deep breath, let's just continue to allow anything that doesn't serve us to fall away, whether it's worry, anxiety, whether it's just something that's heavy in our heart, and just allow it to just fall away as we sink deeper into our chair. Our shoulders just sink a little bit more as we feel more grounded with the chair, or if we're lying down, wherever it is, that we feel one with that which we are with, that we feel centered in this moment, knowing that this is the only moment that counts. This is the moment that we acknowledge and affirm that we are the creators of our world. We know that we sit in this allness. We sit here open and ready for lessons so that we too can take, learn, and express that which we know is truth. And in that doing so, we give back to the community, give back to the people around us, knowing that we are one with them, and it is our light that joins their light. And such as a candle that's lit in darkness, and the light begins to spread, the room becomes brighter and brighter, and so does our world. As our light lights the next candle, and that candle lights the next candle, and so forth and so on in our hearts, and our world begins to change. Our perspective on our world begins to change. And we continue to breathe into that moment where we see those who are experiencing challenges. We see healing just flowing through their body, knowing that they already are healed. We see love and joy for those who feel they have none, that it's just filling up with it. We see those that may have other challenges, whether it's prosperity and abundance, or a perceived notion of separation from that which is all love, and we see them whole. And in turn, as seeing them whole, we see ourselves whole, for we are a mirror image of our brothers and sisters, and we know that it's already done. Everything begins with the visualization and the imagination of our idea. And once it's created in that world, we just allow it to express into the plane of existence. And we know it's already done. And we are so grateful. So again, we affirm that it's already done, and we say it is, and so it is, and we let it be, as we release it to the universe to begin its process of expression. And we affirm it with an Ashe, so mote be, and an Amen. And let's go ahead and enjoy our next song as we then come back with our announcements.
Second chances, reflecting on the things I've done. Second chances, knowing that the best is yet to come. Cast a stone out on the endless stream of possibility. Watch the ripple flowing, trusting, never knowing where it leads. Second chances, there's something waiting round the bend. Second chances, ready now to take the leap again. All my tears and all my fears subside, and all these dreams on mended wings will fly. Second chances, reflecting on the things I've done. Second chances, knowing that the best is yet to come. Cast a stone out on the endless stream of possibility. Watch the ripple people flowing, trusting, never knowing where it leads. All my tears and all my fears subside, and all these dreams on mended wings will fly. Second chances, second chances. Here I go again.
And welcome back, and we have a few announcements to make. And next Sunday, our lesson will be on the provenance of your greatest contribution, and we'll be talking about identifying who we are after all of this and what is ours to do. So I'm looking forward to doing this talk next week, and I hope you can join us for this. Again, next week, we'll be doing a live in-person service as well as going live online. So if you can be with us in person, we'd be more than glad to have you. If not, you can continue to watch us online, and afterwards we have an in-person meeting, community meeting, to continue from our last meeting. So if you can join us for both. If you can join us for one, we always are grateful for your presence no matter what. As always, we ask, if you feel so moved to go ahead and help the ministry, go ahead and go to our webpage at unityofnepa.org, use the contribute button, and if you're on the phone, as always, turn lengthwise, the button will appear. If you're watching this on YouTube, just go to our main YouTube page, hit the PayPal link, and you can contribute that way. You can always mail it in. Our wonderful office staff will take care of you there. And other ways to give, of course, is Amazon Smile. Choose us as your nonprofit, and every purchase you make will give a small amount to the ministry. Again, with our pandemic, and I know we're opening up now, but convenience always has us ordering online. So what not better way to not only enjoy your own purchase, but to also help out us continue our ministry work here. So with that, let us affirm together the vision we hold, which is in oneness we co-create a world inspired by the practice of love, peace, and harmony for all. What is ours to do? We affirm to serve our community through affirmative prayer, teachings, and service. And what do we believe? That there is one power, one presence active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. So with that being said, let us go ahead and move into our meditation, and we'll come back with Tanya and her lesson, and I will see you on the other side.
As we begin our today's meditation, I remind myself that for me to be able to give, I must fill my cup so that I can allow you to drink. So today I want to help you fill your cup with gratitude and thankfulness. So let's go ahead and close our eyes and begin to relax. And just breathe freely. Just a couple of deep breaths, and just take it in and release anything that's maybe tensing you, worrying you, or any anxiety. Just breathe in and exhale. And let's just do that a few more times. Breathe in deep into your abdomen. And breathe out. And breathe in one more time. And just a quick sigh as you exhale, just allowing it all to just roll right out. And as we continue to follow our breath and just breathing normally now, I want you to move from the outer world into the center of your mind, where we see the Christ consciousness connected to that which is divine, and allow everything else to fall away. Now again, the idea is not to rid your mind of all thoughts, but to encourage a smooth flow of breathing in. So let us set an intention now to bring peace to the mind, and breathing out, letting go of overthinking, letting go of stress, letting go of anxiety, and releasing anything that distracts you from this experience. Now with one more nice deep inhale and a slower exhale, I want you to bring all of your attention within, noticing your breath, noticing how your body feels. And with every breath, we're going to go deeper and deeper inside. The outer world continues to disappear, and a new scene slowly appears around you. Different shapes and colors come into view, and everything slowly brightening and sharpening as you look around. You find yourself in a lush garden surrounded by bright green bushes, beautiful statues, vibrant plants and flowers. So let's take a few moments just to look around, taking in your new surroundings. You are the creator here. So dig deep into your imagination and paint the scene, letting your creative juices flow. Juices flow. Good. Now as we look at our scene, let us feel the soft grass beneath your feet. Let us hear the birds flutter and sing in the trees. Breathe in that fresh, crisp air. And let's turn that imagination into real feelings, that inner senses. As we feel, we see, we hear, and we breathe in. All around us, whatever it is you created in your garden. As we continue to walk slowly forward, we notice a path before us. Its stones are smooth, glistening in the sunlight. Step on this path and continue to walk forward with a wonder of where it leads. With each step, you notice you're becoming more and more relaxed, peacefully flowing this gentle winding path. Soon you hear trickling water and find yourself before a great stone fountain. Let's take a few moments to visualize this fountain, noticing the subtle details, the curves, and even the color of the streaming, splashing water. And there's just a knowing inside that the fountain appears because it's here to refresh you. And you eagerly cup your hands and dip them into the flow, bringing your hands to your lips. You sip the water, drinking every last drop. And as you drink it in, you feel an overwhelming a gratefulness for this water, a deep appreciation you have never felt before or experienced before. You are so thankful for this healing and rejuvenation, thankful for the opportunity to give your body what it needs. Once more, you cup your hands and gather more water, drinking more slowly now as you continue to express gratitude for this experience. The fountain inspires you to appreciate the gifts in your life. The fountain never goes dry, so as long as you keep gratitude alive in your heart, feel the water flowing through your body, inspiring even more gratitude to arise within you. And I want you to imagine that the water that flows from this fountain, touching everything in the garden, nourishing it, seeping into the soil, traveling up the roots of every plant, every flower, providing water for the birds and the small animals that call this garden home. Notice the way the water invigorates these living things, the way it invigorates your body. The grass beneath your feet is supple. The trees above are strong, their leaves glistening in the sun. Filling your hands, you fill your own cup of gratitude, expressing thanks along with all the living things around you. There is enough for everyone, and you are always welcome to come here to this peaceful sanctuary to fill your cup. Anytime you have forgotten to appreciate that very essence of life, you are called here to bask in this divine experience of receiving and expressing gratitude. Bring to mind all the areas of your life that can use a sprinkling of gratitude. Hold them in your mind's eyes as you breathe easy, and hold the water in your cupped palms once more, gratefully pouring that sacred water on all areas of your life. Any stagnations in your home, work, your relationship, allowing the water to heal and rejuvenate these areas too. Envision your life perking up and blossoming with renewed energy. Appreciation flows effortlessly from you as the gentle water flowing from the fountain. Breathing easily, simply enjoy your time in this garden for the next few moments, peaceful and relaxed. Now it's time to bid the garden goodbye, once more expressing thanks for this experience, and then slowly following that pebble path back to the beginning, allowing the garden to fade from view with your next exhalation. As your current surroundings to materialize, as you inhale deeply, opening your eyes, always remember that you can return to this garden whenever you would like to fill your cup with gratitude. And so it is. Amen.
Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Oh, something wonderful, wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. I can feel it in my body, I can feel it in my soul, I can feel it in my heart, and it won't let go. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. And all this love inside, we can let it shine. Oh, something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me right here, right now. Something wonderful, something wonderful is happening today. Right here, right now. Ay, 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 something wonderful, something wonderful is happening to me. It's gonna happen to me. It's happening to me. Something wonderful, something happening to me. Right, can you feel it? Right now, right here, right now. Something wonderful.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And today we're talking about the rewards of discipline, spiritual mastery. Sometimes when we think of discipline, we can think of it in kind of rigid terms, and it might bring up for us these ideas of kind of self-judgment and self-punishing, in that not making some meter of success. And I'm hoping that through our talk today, you will accept an invitation to look at it just a little bit differently, a little more generatively, as an additive, not an extractive in your life. But I'd like to start our time together with a few deep breaths to invite us into harmony with ourselves, with one another, and with the wisdom of the teaching. So if you are comfortable to do so, let your eyes softly close, bring length to your spine, relax your shoulders, and just settle into the slow, steady rhythm of your breath. Notice how it is that you arrive to this moment. Is the breath kind of shallow and quick, or is it slow and deep, or somewhere in between? You might notice tension in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. Maybe you notice some swirling in your emotions, or a little discord, or harmony. Let yourself be exactly who you are, exactly how you are in this moment. No need to shift or change, to pretty up or make better. Just be you. Take one more breath to just settle into yourself, and then I'd like us to take 3 deep breaths together as community. So with your next inhale, breathing in nice and deep, filling the lungs as fully as you can without strain. Pausing for just a moment at the top of the breath, and then with an exhale, open your mouth and let it out. Again, a nice deep breath in. Pause. Exhale. And one more time. Pause. Exhale. And now take a moment here to just sit in it. to notice, to be in the resonance of all that is. Feel yourself as an individual, distinct, and as fully connected, a part of this big, beautiful, greater whole. An expression of earth, an expression of spirit. When you're ready, open your eyes to a soft gaze. When you pause like that, do you feel yourself settle into some unseen but deeply felt resonance, like a pulse that lies just beneath the surface of all that we normally perceive with our eyes and our ears? Is there some sense of familiarity when you arrive there, some sense of comfort, or simply a sense of just straightforward knowing that you touch in those moments? I see this as a glimpse of our spiritualized consciousness, or that's what the author and Charles Fillmore refer to it in this chapter. And I tend to think of it as the fully integrated self. In that moment of effortless expansiveness, you remembered who you were. You embodied the fullness of the gifts of the 12 powers. Every time you settle back into that space, into that pause, you remember once again who you are. Spirit expressing through this earthly vessel here on earth in this time and space. Unlimited. Magical even. There was a particular paragraph in this week's chapter of the book that caught my attention. And it said this: there is a holy mystery about these 12 spiritual powers. While each has its practical human expression, each also has a spiritual dimension that is both practical and mysterious. These powers have life, substance, intelligence. They have power itself. They know what to do beyond what we know. This is that liminal space beyond thinking, beyond the thinking, perceiving mind, where we simply know. I think of this as the heart knowing, and sometimes the longest journey that I can travel in any given moment or any given day or week or month or longer period is from the heart to the head and back, because the heart knows. And the mind wants to understand. And when my mind is operating from kind of an unmanaged place, when thoughts are just doing what they're going to do, the knowing of the heart is where I try to rest until I feel resourced to reconnect and remanage, reorient the mind. Navigating the world from this deeper, more connected point of view is the gift of discipline in our spiritual practices. This is how we get there. This is how we make the journey from the heart to the mind and the mind back down to the heart. We've journeyed together in a week-by-week exploration of the 12 spiritual powers. I'm going to share my screen here. These powers are faith. I see the H is missing. Strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, and life. We've moved through these. You've heard Richard and Lee and I in alternating, explaining and sharing our points of view on these. But the time has come to stop reading and start implementing. Discipline in our spiritual practice is not about punishing ourselves, judging ourselves, or finding yet another way that we are falling short of some marker of success. It is also not about punishing others, judging others, or finding yet another way that others are falling short of some marker of success. Discipline in our spiritual practices is simply about showing up. It is about committing ourselves to navigating life with access to the fullest spectrum of our power possible in any given moment. It's about being present to what is, being curious about what might be possible, and being willing to try something different. When you see this list of the 12 spiritual powers, do some seem to simply make sense? When you review this list, do you just naturally gravitate toward one or more of these powers? Are there others that don't seem to resonate or that feel a little charged for you? Both of these ideas, both of these insights are worth noting because they provide you information about yourself that you can use as a springboard for further exploration. What do I mean? Well, for instance, you might ask, excuse me. For instance, you might ask yourself, why do I feel so dismissive of imagination as a spiritual power? This willingness to be curious then opens the door for you to notice how in your life you limit or dismiss the role of imagination, how you favor the concrete and provable and see the realm of imagination as perhaps a little frivolous. From that insight, you might decide to create intentional space for imagination, to welcome and explore, strengthen your imagination muscle. Maybe you start a daily journaling practice, for instance. Over time, you might find that the journaling practice leads you to greater understanding of the limitations you've placed on yourself, of the ways that you've boxed and caged yourself in by needing the provable, the secure, the concrete in life. And maybe that insight leads you to release some patterns of thought, word, or action that are reinforcing those limiting beliefs. Following your curiosity about imagination led you to an exploration of understanding and the opportunity to further explore release. Following your curiosity into a more committed exploration of any of these spiritual powers will inevitably lead you to a deeper exploration of all of these spiritual powers. I can give you a personal example. In January 2015, I set I am love as my intention for the new year. I committed myself to exploring my relationship with love as more than emotion, as an underlying animating force under everything, beyond the simple, well, I just wanted to know love in its whole as best I could. 6 years later, love continues to be my central intention. And that exploration continues to open doors that lead me into deeper exploration of every single one of the other 11 powers. I can tell you confidently that I have developed a deep appreciation for release many times over on this journey. So my invitation to you this week and beyond is to choose a power and to commit to exploring it. Look at that list in front of you. Which of these powers are you curious about exploring in your life? Which of these powers would you like to see come forward? Is there a power you want to develop? Is there a power that already feels pretty comfortable and you'd like to follow that line? You don't necessarily have to choose to guide yourself into adversity here. You can go with what feels easy, because a deeper exploration of any of these powers is simple, not easy. So there is no harm in starting with what feels comfortable. Notice what you currently think about your chosen power, where you allow it to flow into and through your life, and where you limit it. Ask yourself what you might do to make more space for the power in your thoughts, your words, and your actions. What is one small thing that you could adopt today that would help you reorient yourself around this power? One small thing. Stick with that one small thing until the next small thing reveals itself. Increment by increment, you will find that a complete reorientation, well, as complete a reorientation as you are prepared to bring into your life, simply happens. It does not happen to you. It happens for you, in collaboration with you, and through you. Let's take a moment here looking at these 12 powers on the screen. Faith, strength, wisdom, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, release, life. Which of these 12 powers are you willing to commit yourself to a more intentional exploration? Try it for a week, 2 weeks. Say to yourself, right here, right now, make the promise and keep it. For the next 10 days, I commit myself to exploring faith more deeply, understanding more deeply, release more deeply, and so on. Just choose one. Start somewhere. The time has come to stop reading and start implementing. This is the power of discipline in our spiritual practices. This is how we move from the head, the cerebral, intellectual understanding, and really connect to the deep knowing of the heart. By looking for the ways that wisdom is already present in our lives and how we can strengthen our connection to it, how we can bring it to bear with greater intention and consciousness in our day-to-day movement through life. Each and every one of you already possess every single one of these spiritual powers in unlimited supply. Let me say that again. You possess every single one of these spiritual powers in unlimited supply already as you sit where you are right now. The time has come to claim them. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me today, for continuing to explore these 12 powers, and for not just your presence, but your willingness and your curiosity, your willingness to wonder how each of these 12 powers might express through you, for you, just a little differently than it does today. I wish each and every one of you so much love. Be well. Have a beautiful day. Thank you.
When you were born, your life's work was placed in your heart. And somewhere within, you've always known who you are. So don't let the world guide your life. Follow the voice deep inside your heart. And though the universe asked for your hand in this dance, you can still choose to go your own way. But if you choose to let go to the dance of your soul, you may find that you're more than you thought you were. And as you awake, your purpose will flow from your soul. And the life that you lead will serve to inspire us all. So don't let your doubt dim your light. Bring forth the greatness that hides inside. And though the universe asked for your hand in this dance, you can still choose to go your own way. But if you choose to let go to the dance of your soul, you may find that you're more than you thought you were. Oh, you are a part of the whole, and the world needs you more than you know. For if darkness should fall on the earth, it is you who'll be the light of the world. 'Cause when you shine, the world shines. Oh, you are a part of a great awakening. And though the universe asked for your hand in this dance, you can still choose to go your own way. But if you choose to let go to the dance of your soul, you may find that you're more than you thought you were. 'Cause when you shine, the world shines. For you are a part of a great awakening.
Once again, what a wonderful talk Tanya gave. Hope you got something from it. I hope you took notes. Hope you even if it's one thing from every lesson, and put it into practice this week, that you do so. And it is about changing our mindsets to serve us. You know, one of my favorite pictures is right behind me. There it is. Mindset is everything. And it's a picture of a kitten or a cat walking up to water, but he sees himself as a lion. It's something to remind me that every time I doubt myself as being anything less than, that it's all in my mind, and my mindset makes the difference. So with that being said, as always, we are grateful for Tanya and for her talk today. And this is our time in the service where we get to celebrate the receiving of our lesson today and in giving to our ministry to help continue these works that we do. So if you have your gift in your hand, or excuse me, if you have your gift in your hand, or if you've already sent it in, that's okay. Let's visualize the action of writing that check or using our phones or computers or however you donate. And as we write that amount that's written in our heart into our gifts here, we hold it and we say, divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And we fill it up with energy of gratitude as we send it out into the world, knowing that it's helping us do the works that are meant for us to do. And we know it's already done because we say it is, and so it is. And we affirm it with an amen. Let us take a moment just to bless our children again. They may not be in the room with you, but if they're in the hearts, in the minds of all of us, let us say together, we bless you, we love you, we see the divinity in each of you, and we see you doing wonderful and great things. And so it is. And as always, let us end with the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me, and I affirm for myself, I am light. The love of God enfolds me. I am love. The power of God protects me. I am power. The presence of God watches over me. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and I am divine. And so it is. And as always, I am so grateful to be here with you this Sunday. I am grateful and looking forward to seeing you guys in person next week. And as always, if no one else has told you, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. And I bid you namaste, as the big and beautiful divinity in you is apparent to the divinity in me. Go out, go in peace, and enjoy this week in love and gratitude as I see it for you unfolding.